Should I start to get like the gas at my expansion, or?
Ideally you won't need it, but I mean, yeah, you can start to take it now. Continue to produce lots of drones. Anytime you look at that hatchery and you see larvae crawling around in front of it, it's horrible. You'd never want that to happen.
Okay.
Constantly be hitting 4SD, 4SD. What's going on up there?
He's pushing out with
Big
like,
army.
tanks.
How many roaches do you have? You feel like you got enough to take it? Because I don't.
No.
Hockey all of them together. You're going to want to attack into him because you don't want him to set up siege outside your base. You also need to get that right tower under control. You got a Ling just like chilling out to the south of it. On the, you might want to get ready to attack. Get ready to attack. You don't want him to siege outside your base. What do you see? What do you see?
Whole bunch of stuff.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Attack. Move into it. Move your units closer. Cool. Keep making roaches at your base. You got tons of money. Tons of money. Still a ton. Cool, cool. You're spending it. That's good. When you watch pro gamers like Idra or whatever, that's what they're doing. And usually the commentators always, they'll say something like, "Oh, he's already remaxed out." Even as their stuff is dying in the field, Idra is clicking 4SD, 4SR to continue to rebuild an army. You know, while he's looking at his units in the field. Little things like that will take you out of bronze and take you to much higher leagues very quickly if you're able to do that stuff.
Okay. What about the creep spread? Like, I'm really sucking on that.
I wouldn't even worry about it, honestly, at this point. I could give you 50 million things to work on right now, and it'll take you months and months and months if you're trying to keep all of them in mind. What you want to do is you just want to build up some really strong fundamentals first, and then you want to add another task, and then you want to add another task after you've mastered the previous one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, you still have larvae sitting in front of your hatcheries, you know? I wouldn't want to give you something else to do before getting those larvae spent. I would send a roach up to his expansion right now to see if he's expanded. If you ever feel like you can kill your enemy, just kill him. You don't want to drag the games out because you're going to see, in Bronze League, you're going to see really weird shit. Like 2 ghosts are going to come and nuke you, and then 3.5 battle cruisers are going to fly into your base, and one of them's already going to be half dead, and you're not even going to know what happened to it, you know? You don't want these games to go on for a very long time. Like, now that you've seen that he's expanded, make lots and lots of roaches. What's going on? Do you see that?
No, I missed it.
Your expansion, lower right. Look at that mini-map.
He did a tank drop on me.
Use your queen to target down that. And then get your drones mining again. You got a lot of roaches right now. You might be able to just push into his expansion and kill him.
Alright. Let's build some more and then we'll go push into his expansion. And then shift 1. He got a queen.
Attack, attack, attack. Yeah. I would just move up his ramp and kill him. I don't know if you can kill that planetary fortress. Well, no. Well, yeah, go for it. Move up the ramp, move up the ramp. Target the depots. Yep, cool. Keep making roaches back home. Keep injecting. You don't need to watch your roaches kill them. They can do it all on their own. Yep. Instead of clicking on the mini-map or zooming over, get used to double-clicking your queen hotkey to inject. Double tap 5V, double tap 6V to be injecting instead of clicking the mini-map. I think sometimes it looks like you're clicking the mini-map.
Yeah, it's a habit I have to get into to always click them. The hotkeys as opposed to going there on the mini-map.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, what if you're in a situation like right now, if he didn't GG, if he was going to be, like, kind of lame about it and just float his buildings over to an island or something, Like,
Just throw down a Spire and make mutas. He's lost the game if he's floating buildings to an island.
okay. Right on.
Hold on 1 sec. Let me find somebody a little bit higher.
Yeah, no worries. Someone in the stream earlier said that they'd pay for you to take a lesson from Hydra.
I don't know if they would feel that the same way if they knew that it wasn't allowed to be streamed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you could probably charge admission to that if it was allowed to be streamed.
Maybe. Alright. Ready?
I am. Let's roll. This guy's not like a master level smurf. I'm gonna roll me, is he?
Nah. I wouldn't do that to you.
Alright.
Alright, so the same strategy I gave you should work against pretty much every race, I think.
Okay.
Even in Bronze, it should work against Zerg players.
So it was 14 hatch and 14 gas.
Drones are under attack.
Drone, drone, drone. You want to gas at about 15 or 16. Like right about now, I would throw down a gas.
Alright. Keep droning.
Yep.
When's the best time for an overlord? Like, at what
You're gonna
would
want
you say?
Overlord at 16. No, 15. No, 16. Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
Three drones on gas. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. Next larva is gonna be an Overlord.
Yep.
And then Queen, ASAP.
Okay. Alright. and then drone until 21, and then throw down the
Roach Warren, yep.
Roach Warren.
You also
Okay.
want 2 lings too at some point in this build, usually as soon as possible. As soon as that spawning pool pops, after you make your queen, your next larva is going to be on 2 lings. You use the 2 lings to control scouting. You don't want your opponent to scout you. Throw down your Roach Warren right about now. Your queen is almost done. You want to rally your lings onto that probe. You want to kill it. Inject. Yep, cool. Get your queen hotkeyed. Keep your queen near your hatchery so you're ready to inject again. Make another overlord. Shit, sorry, you need another overlord too, because you don't want
No
to. You don't want to get supply block.
You don't want to supply block, yeah.
Get those lings out and follow that probe. Inject again immediately. Cool. And then roaches, roaches, roaches. Don't make any more drones, by the way. You made 2 more drones.
Okay.
Yeah. Look back at your hatchery. You want 2 more roaches, and then you want to expand. Wait until all 6 come out, and then you'll attack the Protoss. I would expand right now. And inject, inject every time you hear those larvae come off. Another overlord, cool. Take your roaches, walk to the Protoss. Should be able to watch your roaches move, and you should be able to 4SD to continue to make drones. You'll also want to start morphing a lair, I guess. And then you just want to be making pure drones, pure drones. How are those roaches doing?
They're getting there.
Keep making. What's going on? What's going on?
Stalker.
Whoa! Holy fuck! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Back to base. You want to be making lots and lots of roaches now.
Okay.
Overlord. Get used to making, if you've got like 4 larvae to make roaches, get used to doing 3 roaches and 1 overlord, just so you're constantly staying on top of overlord production. Start getting speed on your roaches. Make a second queen. And I pull 7 drones down to your expansion. 6 or 7 drones. Roaches, roaches, roaches. Another overlord. Get all your roaches hotkeyed. You're about to fight. What do you see on the minimap?
I see a lot of stuff coming.
Continue to make roaches while you fight him. Chase him, chase him down, chase him down, chase him down. Roaches are very, very, very powerful units, believe it or not.
Yeah, they're the toss equivalent of like stalkers.
No, they're better than stalkers, believe it or not. Keep making roaches. Probably should have pulled those back because they're all kind of dying. Also, you needed to take that second gas in your base because you don't really have enough gas to continue production at this point.
Alright.
Sorry, I probably should have grabbed that a while ago.
That's alright.
See if you can peek out with 1 roach to see if he's massing up outside your base. Oh boy. Don't let it die though, don't let it die, don't let it die, don't let it die.
Oh.
Fuck, sorry. You if you would have taken that second gas sooner, you would have enough roaches right now to hold us off, and you should have won. That was my bad. I should have told you to. I don't remember if I told you to drop it or not.
Maybe I didn't hear. I don't know.
You got a lot of minerals right now that could be going into roaches. Okay, so that's all right. I feel like you can beat this player though. This is a Gold League Protoss player, so I mean you shouldn't go too bad.
See, I told you he was a Smurf.
No, he's not a Smurf. It's his actual Gold League account.
He's bronze. Bronze 1 versus 1.
He is?
Yeah.
That guy that you just played?
Yeah.
No way.
I think so. Unless
No.
I'm blind, but
You might be.
we can.
Fuck, it won't show up. Can you check?
I can. Wow, it's taking forever to load. Yeah, he's bronze. Rank 35, bronze.
Huh. Well, whatever. He's gold. That was good. Fuck it. That guy played.
It's all good.
That guy made a lot more than most bronze kids would have made. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Sweet. All right. So just work on the one build, the roach build there, and just
That build,
Pay attention.
honestly, try and lock it down as much as possible before branching out and learning more builds. Try and get your control as nice as possible. I mean, that one build should carry you easily to a platinum at least.
Okay.
I want to show you something real quick too, kind of a micro thing, and I've seen this happen to you in a couple games.
All right.
Can you turn on my stream for a second? You can turn off the audio, but just so you can kind of see.
Yeah. Let me just jump in there.
All right.
Metamorphosis complete.
All right, and let me. Cool. All right, I got your stream.
You're on. All right.
There.
I'm here in the shadows.
Oh, I think I made too many.
One with the shadows. I am the voice of the eclipse. Cold is the void.
Okay, when you're microing units, if you just attack move large groups of units into large groups of units, there's a lot of wasted potential that's going to be happening in the back ranks of your units. This is a really bad test map because I don't have any kind of terrain to take advantage of to really show you this, because it's huge on things where there are ramps present. But
Okay.
State thy bidding.
if I grab these two groups of units, when you attack into a group of units, what happens is you get units that are around the back that are just kind of running around, not doing anything. Watch what happens when these two units just attack each other. This is really bad. I wish I had a better map to show this on, okay? But I'm just going to attack, move them into each other.
All right.
See how the roaches around the back kind of have to kind of, you know, kind of run around to kind of get into range where they can fight each other?
Yeah, they gotta like fan out.
Yeah, kind of. And actually, these are small groups of units. So when you get into huge groups of units, it's even more important. What you like to do is, after the units up front have taken their first shots, right-click the entire group of units into the mass that you're attacking so that everything moves up. So what you're basically doing is roaches fire, and then there's a cooldown, right?
Yeah.
The idea is to move your roaches in that cooldown so that they can fire again immediately. Basically what you're doing is you're moving your roaches and you're still maintaining as fast a rate of firing as possible. So they're firing just as fast as if you hadn't moved them at all. Does that kind of make sense?
It does, yes.
Okay, so in here when they attack each other, First roaches have fired. See how I moved him up right immediately, right after. If you can do this kind of action, it helps a lot on like ramps and stuff. On ramps, what'll happen is I don't really have ramps on this map, so I can't demonstrate. But what happens on ramps is you'll have a whole bunch of units sitting up top, and you'll have your roaches sitting on the bottom. If you just attack with your roaches, you'll have 4 roaches firing and like 8 just running around like crazy behind. And what you want to do is you want to fire, right-click everything up the ramp, fire, right-click everything, you know, so that all of your units are firing at once. What you don't want, you want to avoid right-clicking everything as close as possible and then firing, because you'll take a whole bunch of free shots. So you need to get the first shot in. But basically it's fire, move during the cooldown, and then fire, and then move during the cooldown. You don't want to move through potential shots. Does that make sense? There's kind of a lot. It seems relatively simple. Basically you're just firing, moving, moving. But the idea behind it is that you're not wasting any shots while you're moving your units. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it makes sense. You gotta get the timing down.
Yeah. And I mean, that's not something that I would be like stressing about every game, but doing this strategy, you're gonna be in situations where you've got a lot of roaches. Keeping something like that in mind would actually help quite a bit. Actually, I'm gonna bring up that game that you just played.
So basically, it's just like you right click and then like A, like attack move. Or
Yep. Right click, and then A,
Yeah.
then right click, and then A.
Okay.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. This is the wrong replay.
Oh, no worries.
Hello?
La 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 la. Do you have any questions or anything about anything I've told you, or?
No, it's all pretty straightforward. Like you said, a lot of it was in that that Reddit thread.
Yeah. Just pretty much kind of trim back the variables so you can work on just a few fundamental core things.
So it's mostly the mechanics, basically getting the
Yeah.
having
And then
no,
once. Oh, sorry. What were we saying?
I was just saying, just like I got to work on having no larvae, always having those expand it rather.
Yep, and these are the most important Zerg ideas. So the reason why I don't want you working on anything else is because if you can't perform these perfectly, there's no point in adding on more stuff on top of it. I mean, you could add on more on top of it and actually progress further in the ladder than you would just doing these core things, but until you have these things solid, you're not going to be a really great player. You don't want to get high in the ladder doing gimmicky stuff, because you'll hit brick walls that are going to be impossible to tear down without regressing a lot in your play.
Yeah, you don't want to just like get high on cheese, basically.
Yeah.
Just 6 pool every time, and then when you get up to someone who can actually defend against that, you're screwed.
You also need to, just another small thing, keep your eye glued on that mini-map at all times. Alright, this big fight coming up here is an area where that little... I want you to focus on all the roaches that are not attacking, not even engaged at all in this fight.
Okay. Yeah, so they're all just like jumping around there at the back.
Yeah. So now you see, after you move them up, now all of them are firing instead of just the few in the back.
That's right, yeah.
Really, really, really important. It makes a huge difference. You never want to artificially cut your firepower in half like that, which is basically what you do when they're all running around. That's why I was talking to you when you were here and I told you to move your roaches up closer. It was so that all the ones in the back would fire. In this particular battle here, you emerged barely victorious. That might have been the difference between you emerging barely victorious and you getting slaughtered and having him move into your base and kill you, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just a little micro thing to keep in mind. There are thousands of different little things like that, but, you know.
Sweet, yeah. But, that makes a lot of sense. I think that'll help a lot.
Yeah. It helps a lot moving up ramps too, so that your things don't get retarded on ramps. Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
Right on. Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, if you have any
All right.
questions or anything, feel free to shoot me an email. Just let me know.
Will do. Take care.
All right. I'll see you later. Bye. All right, bros. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll be back in a bit.